Happy Saturday, everybody. It's been a little while, but I'm back. Here's a new video for you guys. Now, with the way the world's been going these days with Iran and Russia and everything else, I figured I'd do a video on NBC, nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare protection. I might do this as a series, I'm not really sure. But before I go any further, please, this is for informational, educational purposes only. Do with this information what you wish. Okay. So, first thing I want to talk about a little bit is, I'm not going to go too crazy this video, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of information on certain things if you're planning on giving yourself a gas mask filter setup. Alright. First things first, let's talk about gas masks for a second here. Alright, let's talk about gas mask pricing and all that stuff. Now, generally speaking, the real good new gas mask can run you like $130 or so. But you can get something like this. This is a brand new gas mask. It's a rubber gas mask. You get this new, these run you about $30. Alright? These work pretty good, actually. They're not bad. And you also have these here. This is a Polish MC1, I believe. Now this is actually a surplus gas mask. Alright, something to remember about, you can get these guys for like $15, $20 on, I think, CH Cadell's and a few other websites, and on Amazon. And then you got this one here, which I keep just more of a novelty, but I guess it would work if it fits your head right. This is a Russian 41M. This actually, I have the hose for this somewhere too. We'll get to that in a minute. But these two, I would definitely, I would say would work well. I don't like these because it doesn't have straps to fit around your head. Something to be said for surplus gas masks, guys. If you're going to buy used military surplus, give them a good cleaning when you get them. And military surplus does not necessarily mean a good gas mask. You have to check them. Sometimes the rubber could be dried out. You got to check them for leaks. Make sure there's no crap on them that shouldn't be there. Right, that's something you got to keep in mind with the surplus gas masks, okay? Plus, they are a gamble when you buy them. You don't know what kind of condition they're going to be, So keep that in mind. I always think you want something with straps to adjust around your head well, which is why I like this one. And I like this one because it's got the piece inside that forms around your face. Now, there are also full shield gas masks and everything else. Now, something to keep in mind about gas masks, guys, is that you got to consider the environment that you're looking to use it for. Not all of them will work in all environments. Some will not be able to handle a certain type of liquids and aerosols that might actually eat through the mask itself. Some of the rubber ones, even some like this, there are chemicals out there that can eat through them. Just saying. Something to keep in mind. But the real focus I want to talk today about is the filters. And I want to talk about different things in filters. I'm pretty much going to give you guys just a little bit of information about them to clarify some things maybe you didn't know. Alright. When you're choosing a gas mask filter, they all have some kind of expiration date, some kind of shelf life. Alright, now, shelf life, it depends. Some filters have a 5-year shelf life, some have 15. I've seen some out there that are saying they have 20, 25-year shelf life. Now, most filters, if they are left closed and unopened, will go for longer than their shelf life, as long as they're kept sealed up the way they should be. Okay? Keep that in mind. Now, as far as how long a filter will last in a toxic environment, that can vary from 8 hours to 15 minutes, depending on how toxic the environment is and what kind of gases and what kind of environment you're walking through. How many particles are in the air, how concentrated the toxins are in the air is all going to make a difference in how long your filter lasts. Now, just so you know, I'm not a self-proclaimed expert. I know what I know. I know what I've learned. I know what I've been taught. I know what I've learned from other people, and I'm just passing on the information and stuff that I have. If you know anything that I don't, please leave some comments below, and that'd be great. Everybody, I don't know it all, so it's always good to pass it on. Pass on the information. Now, what is your life worth, right? What's your family's life worth? A good filter is worth its weight in gold. Okay? Don't buy This is an old Russian surplus filter. This came with one of the masks. I don't know if it was that one I showed you before, another Russian mask I have. Now these things were like Cold War era, alright? Most likely they're no good. That would be my opinion. Some people might say they're still good. I wouldn't risk it personally. A lot of times back in that time they used asbestos in these things. Asbestos is just, look, why I'm not trying to breathe in anything that's going to kill me. And then with the gas mask, that's why I put a gas mask on. Last thing I want to do is put it on and inhale something that's going to kill me like asbestos. So I wouldn't buy those unless you're collecting. Okay. This one is a good one. These run about $40, anywhere from 30 to $50. The good ones like this. Okay. This one has a CBRN rating. See the color code on here? That stands for the different things that it protects you from, contaminants. So I'll show you a chart on that in a second. Actually, I'll show you right now. Hold on. Alright guys, there's a chart. I'm going to leave it up here for a second in case anybody needs this. Pause it, screenshot it, and then you got the color code for what all those colors are, because you'll see them in a lot of filters and what they stand for. Alright, so let me get back to the video. Okay, back to the filters. So I'm not going to go through everything that this covers you for, but this will cover, this will get you through a nuclear environment, radioactive environment. It does, protect you from sarin, tear gas, anthrax, stuff like that. This says it has a 5-year shelf life in manufacture, which most likely would go substantially past that as long as you keep it sealed up and ready to use. Like anything else, they have to give it a shelf life. All right. This here, all right. This is I don't know, Japan, wherever this came from, but this protects you from a good amount of stuff. Now these run about $20, this filter. Personally, I keep a lot of these in stock, and I actually have a lot of these here, and I have ones that are made by a brand called Avon, which is awesome, great filters. They're very similar to this. They also have a NBC rating. This is an Israeli NBC filter. Now these supposedly have a 15-year shelf life. If you keep them sealed up, they should do you pretty good for a while. There's your manufacture date right there, 2009. So these go for a bit. All right. Now, something that I want you guys to know: there's different things that you're going to see printed on filters and online when you're looking for them. So I just want to clarify a little bit about what those things stand for. Okay. You'll see, like, it will say CB-RCA, for instance. That stands for Chemical, Biological Agent, Riot Control Agent. That means that filter will protect you from those things. Now, those same filters don't always say, will not always have, that I've seen anyway, in my experience, a nuclear, protect you from radioactive particles and things of that nature. Nuclear and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied this morning, guys. It's early in the morning for me. It's like 7 a.m. when I'm filming this. But a lot of them are. In fact, most new filters like this do come through with an NBC rating. Not all. For someone who tells me they all don't, I know they all don't, but a lot do. You should also look for a CBRN rating. CBRN means that it's rated for chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear. All right, so it can handle all that good stuff. All right, that's what those things stand for. All right, so now your filters themselves, they're not going to protect your exposed skin and everything else. They protect stuff from getting into your eyes and your nose and your respiratory tract and all that, and your intestinal tract and all that stuff where you don't want all those nasty chemicals and stuff. So you still got to take precautions on top of a gas mask, guys. If you good clothing, like to cover yourself completely, all that good stuff. There are Tyvek brand coveralls and stuff like that out there, which I'm not breaking all that stuff out right now just to do this video, but they are out there. Stuff like that is good to have and important. Also, do your own research, guys. Don't go by just what I'm saying on here. Take your time. Go online, do some research, watch some other videos on this stuff, talk to other people. I'm just doing this as a good baseline for everybody. So you guys got something to start out with when you're looking. There's also, everybody talks about the N95s, which are not, N stands for non-oil resistant. And there's also P100 filters. P100s come in, regular disposable masks, and they also come in like, the little respirators you get at Home Depot with the cartridges on the side. They got those too. P100s will protect you against certain type of mists and vapors, not a lot, but it will protect you from more than an N95 would, which protects you just from particles. And N95s are, generally speaking, your standard dust mask, which you should keep a lot of those too. An N95 will help keep a lot of particles and stuff off your face more than you'd actually imagine, but they're not going to do you the greatest running through a toxic chemical environment. One last thing I just want to bring up, it has to do with this stuff. It's something that I know everybody talks about these and you've heard them before, but something you guys should keep and take for emergency only are your potassium iodide tablets. Okay, potassium iodide tablets, just to sum it up quick, they help block radiation from being absorbed into your thyroid. All right, your thyroid is really sensitive to radiation, and it's really important. I'm not going to get big into these. You should stock a lot of these. If you're going to stock these and you end up in a highly radioactive environment, you're going to need a lot of these, so stock up on them. Read your instructions. They can be used for children and stuff also, but I'm not going to give you the advice on that. You need to do your own research and do things at your own risk, okay? But they're good to have. All right, that's the video for today. That's as far as I'm going to go for now. Again, choosing a gas mask, choose one that fits your face well. Oh, by the way, one more thing with gas masks. Make sure it's got a good seal. I hate to say this, and a lot of my buddies on here, you know, I don't have that beard going on, but a lot of you guys that got the big beards, gas masks, when you're wearing the gas mask, you might have to shave that beard or trim that beard down to get a good seal, because you need a good seal for them to work properly, or you're going to be up shit's creek without a paddle. All right. So again, you're looking for a cheaper option. These are about $30. They will do the job. And then your surplus gas mask here. These run anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks, generally speaking. I'm not a big fan of this one. It's a cool collector's piece, but unless it happens to fit your head just right, there's no way of ensuring a good seal. You want something with straps that you can pull on tight, and make sure you read about. Look into your gas mask, and before you purchase it, make sure it's what you want it for. Okay, make sure it's what you need it for. You don't want to buy one that's going to not work for what you're intending to use it for. Right, same thing with the filter. You can have multiple filters for different things. You don't need to stock all the expensive ones. You should you should stock these up as much as possible, and you will go through these quick in a highly toxic environment. Like I said, 15-30 minutes sometimes in a really high toxic environment. So you might want to stock up a lot of these. You can also get some of the cheaper ones if you're going to be dealing with just somebody, like if you're worried about riot control or tear gas and stuff like that, and you know that's coming toward you as a situation. At least you got these. They're about half the price, but they'll protect you from that. Just, you know, that kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it gave you a little information. And that's it. Have a great weekend. Leave some comments below. Hope everybody is doing well. Take care. Love you all. God bless.